Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree and this is Ethereal Guidance. I'm so happy to have you all here with me today. In today's reading, we are going to be looking at your May 2024 predictions. We are first going to start out with a general overview of your month, and then we will be taking a closer look at your love life, your career or professional life, and yourself. So there are three groups for you to choose from here. We have pile number 1 with the Modern Witch Tarot deck, pile number 2 with the Purple Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and pile number 3 with the Everyday Witch Tarot deck. So feel free to pause the video if you need more time to meditate on the piles. As always, the timestamps are in the description box down below, and I will see you all in your readings. Hi Pile 1, if you chose the Modern Day Witch Tarot deck, then this is going to be your reading where we are looking at your May 2024 predictions. So we're going to go ahead and get started with your general overview, kind of like your main theme of the month. So we're going to start out with these oracle cards. So you guys are starting off with Deceit with the number 25. What do you need to release? Waning Moon. Castle, it's time for healing, not war, and the number 30. And we have 3 tea leaves, so we have Younger Man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. Scissors, disappointment in some affair. And lastly, we have Dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. Okay, pile number 1. So your general overview. It's really interesting how we have what do you need to release, and then we have deceit on one side, and then time for healing, not war on the other side. I feel like a big part of your May, pile 1, has something to do with relationships or a specific relationship, which could be with this younger man here. Okay, this could be someone that's at a distance from you, but it feels like relationships or a specific relationship is kind of coming to a head in this month, and this feels more so like a relationship where there's been a lot of friction. With the Deceit card coming out, you know, this can literally speak of someone being deceitful and being, just being not truthful, I guess, which I do feel has something to do directly with this younger man here. And with it's time for healing, not war, it just feels like this month we're kind of burying the hatchet in relation to a specific connection or even connections for some of you here that have not panned out the way that maybe you would have wanted to. This is a month of releasing friction. This is a month of releasing negativity. This is a month of releasing possibly even this connection, because with the scissors coming through, this always makes me think of like you cutting something out, and we have what do you need to release here. So it could be you choosing to walk away from a specific connection. Even with this like dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. This could be you choosing to distance yourself from a particular person, a friend or relationship here. Someone that has been like not truthful, that has been deceitful in some way, that has hurt you in some way, and it's time for you to possibly walk away from this connection and focus more on yourself and focus more on your healing here. It feels like you're no longer putting your energy into a connection that just isn't for your highest and greatest good. You're walking away from anything that is bringing in tumultuous energy here, it feels like. It's like you're no longer putting up a fight for a connection that is bringing in more negativity than it is positivity here, is what I'm getting from this. And this person, you know, this younger man, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a younger man, it's just what came through here. But whoever this person is, You know, I feel like this is someone who has left you disappointed time and time and time again, and maybe you've kept giving this person chances, and maybe this month you're finally realizing, like, it's time for me to release this person from my life. It's time for me to walk away from this connection. It's time for me to heal. It's not time for me to put up a fight. And you know what? It feels like when you do cut this person off, or when you do kind of release yourself from this person, that's when this person is kind of going to want to cling to you even more with this dog far away. Like, this person, it feels like the more you distance yourself from this person, the more that this person wants to cling on to you. And I feel like this month you're really kind of putting your foot down, and you're not giving into this anymore, is basically what I'm feeling. If there's been kind of like a hot and cold situation you've been going through, like a runner chaser, push and pull kind of a vibe, it feels like you're just no longer putting your energy into this connection or this relationship here. You're finally walking away, and you're putting yourself first, and you're putting your peace of mind first. So yeah, you're releasing anything that is causing you stress, anxiety, possibly even pain or disappointment here. Okay, and I almost feel like maybe you've been wearing rose-colored glasses when it comes to this connection or this person, or trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, because maybe that's just who you are as a person. You're very understanding. And you do try and give people like the benefit of the doubt, especially when you really care for someone here. But I feel like it's coming to a point where it's like you can no longer do that going forward, Pile 1. And this month is you kind of putting your foot down and taking off those rose-colored glasses and allowing this person to really show you who they truly are, and you kind of believing them, you know? It's like you're no longer trying to search for the good in this person or search for the good in this connection, and you're just allowing it to be what it is instead of trying to make excuses for this person. But it definitely feels like as you kind of release yourself from this person or this situation, that's when they're really going to try and cling on to you. So I do feel like it's going to require a lot of strength on your part to sever the tie with this person. Or it could even be like people. It could be a group of people for some of you as well. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's like a specific person, a specific relationship. Could be someone that's younger than you, or someone that just acts younger, you know. So that's kind of the general overview I'm seeing here, which is really interesting. So I want to go ahead and get into your love predictions, which I feel like for some of you, this could be a love situation. It could just be a friendship. But let's go ahead and get into your love predictions here. I'm going to pull some tarot. Okay, Spirit, for pile number 1, what is happening in love in the month of May 2024? For pile number 1, please. So we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, I want to pull one oracle card as well. What is happening in love for pile 1 in May 2024, please, Spirit? We have Angel of Strength. So yeah, for a lot of you, I feel like this general overview has a lot to do with a specific love connection. Like I said, that's not necessarily for all of you. Like I said, it could be a friendship. It could even be like a family member. But for many of you here, this does feel like a romantic sort of a connection or situationship. And your love life is really about this month of May. It's really about having that inner strength to walk away from a situation that's no longer serving. The 5 of Swords can really indicate feeling defeated. This can also represent, you know, conflict and disagreements and arguments. And it just feels like the month of May, you are finding your inner strength to walk away from a situation that has left you feeling defeated, that has left you feeling disappointed here. You're severing yourself from this connection, and you're moving forward. And I feel like the month of May is going to be a lot about you kind of healing from this connection and releasing the experience of this connection and realizing that you deserve better than what this connection has been giving you. Okay, I do feel like this sense of kind of like burying the hatchet in a way, and it's not that you're necessarily like forgetting what this person may have done to you or the way that this person may have treated you, but it does feel like you're moving on from this situation because that's just what's best for you. But there is kind of a feeling of, this is kind of disappointing to have to walk away from this person or this connection here, because I do feel like for a lot of you, this is someone that you have truly cared about, but they just can't give you what you need and what you deserve. So you are finding that inner strength this month to walk away from this situation that is not bringing you happiness or fulfillment. And I feel like you're going to be focusing a lot more on yourself, on your healing journey, on taking care of yourself, on loving yourself, and you're no longer giving your time, your energy, or your attention to a connection or a relationship that is not serving you, okay? And yes, it does feel like it might be, kind of sad or disappointing, or you may be feeling pretty defeated, kind of like how she's looking in this card. The imagery on here is really speaking out to me. Like, if you look at her face, she looks pretty like sad and disappointed in the way she's kind of holding the dirt in her hand. Like, there's just a feeling of sadness and disappointment and destruction all around her. But it's like, it's time to walk away from this. It's time for healing, not war. So yeah, that is kind of your general, like, overall theme here, is you distancing yourself from any connections that have been bringing more negativity into your life rather than positivity. Okay, I'm going to move this up just a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and get into your career/professional life predictions for this month. Spirit, for pile number 1, what is pile number 1's career/professional life predictions for May 2024, please? What is pile 1's career/professional life predictions for May 2024? Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. That's a really good energy. Let's get one of these. What is pile 1's career/professional life predictions for May 2024, please, Spirit? We have financial constraints. Okay. So I feel like for you, pile 1, the month of May, you are going to be taking action on something. And it does feel like for a lot of you, this could be something that is creative, because wand energy is very creative, it's very fiery, very passionate, or this could just represent something that you're really excited about. It feels like you're taking action in your professional life towards something that is going to eventually bring in a lot of abundance and stability for you. With financial constraints, this can literally represent maybe you needing to be like not so impulsive when it comes to spending money. Maybe you need to, just really make sure that you're not overdoing it. But I do see that you're going to be taking action on a particular path or a particular project here that is going to be really, really exciting for you, that I feel like it will eventually bring in a lot of abundance and prosperity for you that will alleviate this financial constraint. But I feel like the month of May is kind of like the beginning stages of this process. It's like you finally taking action on something, you committing to a particular path and being really fired up and excited about this. But once again, there's that message coming through of like, just be very mindful about how you're spending your money, make sure that you're saving and you're not, just make sure you're not overdoing it. is what's coming through here, especially if this is something where you're having to invest in, like say like a business, for example. Just make sure that you are being very mindful about your budgeting. Make sure you're just not overdoing it, and that you're not doing everything all at once is kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. Like you don't have to invest all of your money into one thing right then and there. You can do it kind of in baby steps and increments. That's for those of you where you're maybe like starting a business and you have to kind of invest in this. But yeah, I see that you're going to be taking action. You're going to be going down a new path. You're going to be doing something that's really exciting for you that will eventually bring in a lot of stability. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at your predictions for yourself. For your spiritual growth and development, or anything else that you need to know for May. Okay, so we have the moon popping out. Whoa. The moon is what popped out here. This is Pisces energy. And let's get one more card. For pile 1, please, Spirit, what does pile 1 need to know for self for May 2024? Healer of the Ages. Beautiful, because we already had that message here with this card of it's time for healing, not war. So we have, honestly, a lot of messages coming through about you healing this month of May. So with the moon coming through, like I said, this is Pisces energy. I feel like this is you confronting a lot of your fears and a lot of the things that you may have been suppressing. This is truly a month of healing for you, especially as you are navigating, walking away, or releasing yourself from a particular connection. This is a heavy month of you healing, of you going within, of you releasing any kind of negative attachments that you may have, especially towards a particular person. This is about you also confronting your fears as well and kind of healing the fears that you may have had. For some of you, I'm hearing that you may have had a fear of being alone or ending up alone, and maybe that's part of the reason why you've held on to this particular person or this connection for so long. And it's like you're finally confronting that, and you're finally healing that and releasing yourself from that fear of ending up alone or being alone. And overall, the energy here is like, it kind of feels like shadow work. Like you're going to be facing your shadow in the month of May. And this is something that is going to allow you to move forward in a better way, I guess. It just feels like you kind of going through this healing process and you facing your shadow self is what's going to allow you to align to your highest timeline, because I feel like you've kind of been going through it up until now, and it feels like the month of May is kind of a pivotal turning moment. There's a big change happening in the month of May, and you are going to be doing a lot of inner work, I feel. But I like that the Healer of the Ages came out, because this card represents divine healing energy. This is healing energy directly from source, directly from your spirit team, from the universe, from whoever you believe in. This is divine healing energy. So I feel like you are definitely being guided in the month of May by your spirit team, by the divine here. And it's almost like you don't have to do this healing work alone. Your spirit guides really want you to lean on them during this healing process. And yeah, you're going to be facing your fears in the month of May and healing those fears and navigating through those fears so that you can move forward and align with your highest timeline and with the best version of yourself as well, Pile 1. So I do feel like this month is like really all about you and your healing and releasing, and it's just about you finding that inner strength and facing your fears head on, you know? So this is really beautiful. I want to go ahead and end off your reading with one last card, and this is going to be advice from Spirit for your May 2024. So Spirit, for pile 1, what is pile number 1's advice for their month of May? What is pile 1's advice for their month of May? And you guys have new moon. I harness the energy of the new moon to set fresh intentions. Beautiful. So the new moon may be significant. But what I feel like with this card coming through is this is advice from Spirit to quite literally set new intentions, set fresh intentions for yourself. This is about you carving a new path for yourself. With this Knight of Wands, you know, I do feel like, especially when it pertains to your career or your professional life, you are maybe sort of headed in a new direction, or you may be doing things a little bit differently here. But just overall, in general, this is about you going down a new path and setting fresh intentions for yourself that are really going to serve you in your highest and greatest good. But in order for you to set those fresh intentions, you do have to release yourself from anything that has been keeping you stuck, anything that has been leaving you feeling depleted. And I feel like that's what you're doing this month of May. You are going to be releasing yourself from negativity, and you're setting fresh intentions for yourself, and you're moving forward in a way that's just better for yourself. And it feels like, you know, looking at this card, the way she's kind of like sprinkling what looks like stardust, it feels like you're going to be bringing more magic into your life as well. If that's something that has been missing or lacking, I just feel like you're bringing more magic back into your life. Or at least that's kind of the energy that you're aligning to as well. And it also could be that some of you are really going to be intentionally manifesting in the month of May. You might be doing some specific manifestation methods as well. So yeah, that's also what I'm seeing here for you, pile number 1. But I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. Once again, I want to thank you so much for being here, for clicking on this video and watching it to the end. I really hope that this gave you some clarity and that it resonated with you. If it did, please be sure to drop a like on the video. It's the easiest way to support me and the channel. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way you are up to date whenever I post a new video. And I will hopefully see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi pile 2, if you chose the purple Rider-Waite tarot deck, this is going to be your reading where we are looking at your May 2024 predictions. So we're going to go ahead and get started with your general overview and just kind of see the main themes of your month of May. So I have some oracle cards pre-shuffled. So we're starting off with Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, full moon in Leo. Voyage, you already have all the answers with the number 34. I don't think I've actually ever pulled this card from this deck, and it's very interesting looking at the imagery here. And we have Door to Value, number 31, which reduces to 4, which is about stability, so that's really exciting. Okay, and let's look at your tea leaves really quickly. We have Older Man, dealings or relationship with an older man. Dark Man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. And Basket, recognition, reward for merit. Okay. Yeah, I love that. Okay. Wow, pile 2. So overall, your May 2024 is actually really exciting. And with this Leo energy, with Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, you know, Leo is all about kind of being in the spotlight and being recognized. And with this basket card here, recognition, reward for merit, and Door to Value, I see that overall, pile 2, your month of May is going to be filled with you being recognized for your efforts, for work that you've been putting in. And I kind of feel like with this Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, this is almost kind of giving me a feeling of like, don't sell yourself short, or really bask in this recognition that you get this month. I feel like some of you may kind of struggle with allowing yourself to be like in the spotlight or allowing yourself to be celebrated. There's just kind of this feeling of like maybe some of you are used to being more like wallflowers, and not necessarily being the one in the spotlight. This month of May, pile 2, you are going to be in the spotlight, and I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to really bask in it and to really like know that you deserve this recognition. This is really, really beautiful energy here. And with door to value, this is making me think like this recognition may have something to do more so with like your career, your professional life, your way of making money, for most of you here. And like I said, the 31 reduces to 4, which is about stability. So this feels like a recognition or reward that is kind of here like to stay, I guess, or it's here for the long run. This isn't just like you being a one-hit wonder. It feels like this is something that is going to kind of be in your life for quite a while, or like this recognition is something that's going to be a really pivotal moment for you that's going to kind of set you up for success for the long run. And with Voyage, you already have all the answers. There's this feeling of you're going to know exactly where you're going, where you're headed. So if you've been kind of feeling a little bit clouded about your path, especially as it relates to like your career or your professional life, the month of May, you're getting clarity on that. You're going to know exactly where you're going. And looking at this card, we have like what I'm assuming is like a mermaid tail. And we have all these shooting stars, and it's just making me think of like wishes being fulfilled, dreams coming true, things that maybe have felt a little bit out of reach, or things that maybe felt like a fairy tale in a way, coming to fruition. And yeah, there's just this feeling of like you're going to have all of the answers that you need. You're going to get clarity on where you're headed, where you're going, and I think it's coming through this recognition that's coming through for you. And this recognition can come through an older man, a dark man. This could be the same person, someone who's older than you or more mature than you that maybe has dark complexion or dark hair, could be, recognizing you for something. This could be someone that you're teaming up with or working with. This could be like your manager, for example. It'll be a little bit different for all of you, but it seems like you're going to be recognized possibly by like one particular person that's very influential here. And once again, that message coming through of like, allow yourself to bask in this because you're so deserving of this, pile 2. And yeah, just know that you're so deserving of this, and your hard work is 100% paying off for you in the month of May. So yeah, this is very, very beautiful energy to start off with. So I want to go ahead and get into your love predictions. If you skip the intro, we're going to look at specifically your love predictions, your career / professional life predictions, and then predictions for self. So let's go ahead and see your month of May. Overall, it looks really, really good. And I think that for many of you, there's just heavy emphasis here on possibly your career / professional life really taking off. You getting more money as well with this door to value coming through. Yeah, and it's like, just know that you're so deserving of this, okay? Know that you're so deserving of this. Okay, so for pile 2, please, Spirit, pile number 2, what is their love life going to be like in May 2024, their month of May? What is their predictions for their love life for May 2024, please? Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords coming through. And let me grab one other card. For pile 2, please, Spirit, pile number 2. What is pile number 2's love predictions for May 2024, please? What is happening for pile 2? Okay, so we have 2 cards coming through, and I'll take them because of the way they flipped out. So we have community and we have victory. Wow. Wow, pile 2. Okay, so your love life. I'm not gonna lie, pile 2. I feel like you're going to be hot stuff in the month of May with community coming through. I feel like you're definitely going to be in the spotlight this month, okay? With victory coming through, we have recognition, we have the full moon in Leo, like endure to value. You're going to be in the spotlight, like 100%. There's going to be eyes on you this month. And this could just be in, one small community, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be like, the world is looking at you necessarily, unless unless that makes sense for your situation here. But I feel like you're going to be in the spotlight and you're going to have a lot of eyes on you and a lot of people kind of vying for your attention this month. I feel like a lot of people are going to have interest in you, and it's partially because of this success, this victory that's coming through for you, where you're having a lot of eyes on you this month. And the Ace of Swords is interesting because the Ace of Swords is about an epiphany. It's about clarity, some sort of realization here. Okay, so what I'm getting actually with this Ace of Swords is that for some of you, this epiphany that you may be having in regards to your love life is realizing just how desirable you are. Okay? And I feel like for a lot of you, like there's going to probably be at least two people kind of like trying to get to know you or showing interest in you. And, for some of you, this could be like through online as well with the sword energy. Like this could be you getting a lot of attention online through social media. But I feel like the attention that you're going to be getting in this month of May is going to make you realize how desirable you are and that you are hot stuff. Because I kind of get this like really just selfless sort of reserved energy for many of you. Like that's kind of how you are naturally. You kind of just sit in the background and you let other people kind of be in the spotlight, and you're kind of like a background character, or maybe that's how you've kind of operated up until now. And I think you're going to realize that you're just as desirable as literally anyone else. Like, and especially if you're someone that maybe has compared yourself to other people and has belittled yourself through that comparison to other people, like, I feel like this month you're just realizing how desirable you are. Like, that's just the best way I can put it. When it comes to love, you're realizing that you really do have it going on, pile 2. And, it could be that there's like one particular person that you're really interested in. You may have, other people trying to talk to you and get to know you, but it could be that there's one specific person with this ace coming through that has really captured your attention here. Okay. But yeah, there's this feeling of like, you're really realizing this month that you are desired by other people, that you are even like worthy of love and worthy of being desired by other people. Like that's the energy that's coming through. You're gonna have like a major success this month, and like I don't know what it is, pile 2, but wow, we have so many messages here about you being victorious, you gaining recognition, you stepping into the spotlight. So this is very beautiful energy. Okay, now I want to take a look at your career/professional life predictions. So Spirit for pile 2, please. What is pile 2's professional/career predictions for the month of May 2024? Pile 2's professional/career. Look at that, you guys. 9 of Cups. Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay, let me grab one more card for pile 2, please, Spirit. Pile number 2. I'm I'm just amazed at your reading, pile 2. This is so exciting. Pile 2's career / professional predictions for the month of May 2024, please, Spirit. Are you joking? And cornucopia. I cannot make this up. Pile 2. I cannot make this up. Wow. You guys are like killing it this month. I don't know what it is. It's obviously going to be a little bit different for all of you, but there's a wish fulfillment happening in regards to your career and your professional life. And there's a lot of abundance coming through for you. This really does feel like a whole new door that you're walking through, a whole new portal, a whole new life, if you will, that's happening this month for you. This is so incredibly exciting. So with this 9 of Cups, like I said, this is a wish fulfillment coming through. There's also a lot of emotional fulfillment. I kind of see you sitting on your throne and sitting back and being like, yeah, I did that. Like, yeah, I made this happen. Yeah, I made my dreams and wishes come true. And it's like you're basking in that energy. And like I said, Spirit is really encouraging you to bask in this energy this month because you deserve it. So you have a lot of recognition, rewards coming through for you. And it does feel like it's something specific that you've been wanting, that you've been wishing for. Like I was saying earlier, on this voyage card, we have the shooting stars, and it was making me think of like, a wish, something that maybe felt like it was a little bit out of reach, maybe something that felt like, it's a fairy tale for this to happen, and it's happening for you this month. This wish is being granted, and you have a lot of rewards. And you know what's so interesting here? We have the imagery here with the cornucopia, which has like all of the fruit and stuff. And then we have the basket. So you have a lot of abundance coming through for you this month. And, it's not that necessarily it's all going to be pouring in at one time. For some of you, definitely can. But at the very least, the door is opening for this. And you're going to really start to see your efforts pay off this month. In a very, very big way. Very, very big way. This is so incredibly beautiful. And I think you getting this recognition or this wish fulfillment coming through within your professional life, your career, is what's really going to allow you to really start to plan and really understand where you're going from here with like having all the answers. Like you're getting the answers as it relates to your professional life, your career here, and you know exactly where you're going. And I think it's going to feel a little bit like a fairy tale. I think it's going to feel a little bit unbelievable, but Spirit is saying like, believe it, because this is what's happening. This is what's coming in, and it's something that you're really deserving of. You're gaining that recognition this month, and you are going to be in the spotlight, and you are going to get that wish that you've been hoping for, that you've been wishing for. This is so beautiful. Pile 2. This is so, so beautiful. And 11 could be significant. 11 could be a sign as well that you're seeing or that you're going to be seeing in this month of May. Wow. This is awesome, pile 2. I love this for you. Okay, so lastly, let's pull messages for yourself, for your like internal world, your spiritual development, anything of the sort. So for pile number 2, please, Spirit, what is pile 2's predictions for self for the month of May 2024, please? We have the Tower. Okay. And don't get scared, because this is actually a good tower, and we have the 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is a good tower moment, I feel. Okay, for pile number 2, Spirit, pile number 2's predictions for self for the month of May 2024, please. 3rd chakra, Archangel Chamuel, I think is how you pronounce it, or Chamuel. Okay, so the 3rd chakra is the solar plexus. Okay. So, for the self, pile 2, you are going to be going through a major, sudden transformation, shift, change, what have you. With the Tower, this is something that kind of happens sort of unexpectedly. But like I said, this feels like a positive tower moment, because I feel like what's happening is you're sort of walking through this portal, you're walking through this door here into sort of like a new life for yourself, where you have this recognition and you have this abundance and you have your dreams and wishes coming true. And it's almost like the version of yourself that you were before is transforming because you're walking through this portal. It's like you're being shifted onto your highest timeline this month, and the old version of you has to crumble so that you can build yourself back up and be the version of yourself that you have to be to sustain this wish fulfillment coming through or coming true. So I feel like this is actually a really positive tower moment, because like I said, I feel like for some of you, you have been more like wallflowers. You've kind of been in the background, you know, you never like took up the spotlight. Maybe some of you have struggled with self-esteem or feelings of worthiness. All of that is changing this month, and you are building yourself back up, and you are becoming this lion, this Leo energy, someone that is confident in themselves, someone that basks in the spotlight because they know that they deserve it. And it's not like you're becoming necessarily like cocky or anything this month. It's just, I feel like you're finding more of a balance within yourself where, you know, you're still humble. Of course, I feel like that's always going to be a part of you, but you also realize that you are so deserving of all of these great things, and you're deserving of being in the spotlight, and you're confident in yourself, you're confident in your work, your whatever you've been doing or wishing for. Like, you're confident in who you are, and you're confident in knowing that you deserve all of this abundance that's coming to you this month. And you know, the third chakra, the solar plexus, this is about our life force, you know? I think I want to read the book. So like I said, this is the solar plexus, and this is the center of your life force energy. The issues here revolve around emotions of desire and your personal energy. When the card appears upright, it indicates that an increased enthusiasm is present or soon to be on its way. This is a great time to move toward the completion of your desires, which is this Nine of Cups. You have a fulfillment coming in. You have a wish fulfillment coming in. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you now, so go for it. Like, you are stepping into, I feel like, the best version of yourself this month, pile 2. I feel that so strongly, and I feel like seeing your wishes and your dreams come true is just going to really light you up in the best way possible, and you're becoming a new version of yourself. And I do feel like moving forward, like, there's a sense of knowing where you're going, knowing who you are, knowing that you're worthy of all of these great things that's coming in for you. Pile 2. So yeah, this is so beautiful. I'm so excited for you. Pile 2. Okay, lastly, I want to pull one card of advice, and then we'll wrap up your reading. So one piece of advice, Spirit, for pile number 2 for their month of May 2024. What is pile 2's advice for May 2024? What is pile 2's advice? So we have Luna. I honor the sacred flow and rhythms of the feminine. Okay. And like, the way that she's sitting here in her dress, it's just making me think of someone who's in the spotlight, like someone who is just like on their throne and looking good. So I honor the sacred flow and rhythms of the feminine. So I'm kind of getting like a few messages with this card coming through. First of all, for my people out there that menstruate, this could be Spirit really encouraging you while you're on your cycle to really honor that this month, and to really make sure that you're practicing self-care and relaxing when you can. You know, don't push yourself too hard. That's something that I was getting specifically for those of you who menstruate. Now, overall, the feminine energy is about receiving, it's about indulging, it's about luxury. It's kind of making me think of the Empress in the tarot. And I feel like that's kind of the energy that you're embodying this month. You are sitting in the energy of receptivity and abundance and allowing things to come to you. And you have a lot that's coming to you this month, Pile 2. This is a very, very big, pivotal month for you. Specifically, I feel in your career, your professional life. Like, I feel like your hard work is paying off. A lot of you may have been in your masculine energy more so, which could also represent like the older man and the dark man. Like, this could be like you've been in your masculine energy for too long. And so now you're kind of going back into the feminine energy where you're receiving and you're in the flow and you are just enjoying all of the abundance that you have earned, that you have cultivated this month. And Spirit, once again, is just encouraging you to bask in it this month, okay? Really, really bask in it. Enjoy it. Know that this is meant for you. Know that you're deserving of this. And I feel like it's just going to be such a big change for you. Not only like externally, but internally with the Tower. Like, this is going to be such a major change for you. But I feel like it's time, is what Spirit is saying. It's time for you to be in your feminine and enjoy all of the riches, all of the abundance, your wish fulfillments, like the spotlight, the victory, the success, all of these things. You're so deserving of it, and it's time for it to pour into your life. So enjoy it, Pile number 2. So Pile 2, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. Once again, I want to thank you so much for being here, for clicking on this video and watching it to the end. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please be sure to drop a like on the video. It's the easiest way to support me and the channel. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in the future. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi Pile 3, if you chose the Everyday Witch Tarot deck, then this is going to be your reading where we are looking at your May 2024 predictions. We are going to go ahead and get started by looking at your general overview. We're going to start off with these oracle cards that I pre-shuffled, and then we will look at your love predictions, your career/professional life predictions, as well as predictions for the self. So overall, we have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. Clover, release your guilt. The World. We have Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Wall with misunderstanding. And Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Okay. Okay, so Pile 3. Starting off with the World card here. So this particular world card really represents expansion, needing to open up or broaden your horizons here. This is literally a card of like the world is your oyster. But when we think about the World card in tarot, for example, this can also represent the need to close out a chapter, the need to start fresh and leave behind a significant part of your life or a significant chapter of your life, needing to, you know, expand and broaden our horizons. This could also indicate the need to travel as well for some of you. But what I'm feeling for you, Pile 3, is that this has a lot to do with your inner world. Which is so interesting because I feel like each pile, like the overall theme has been different for each pile. Like Pile 1's main theme was more so like love focus. Pile 2 was career, professional life. Yours feels more like self. Overall is what's kind of being highlighted here. With the Vulture card coming through, some of you may have been feeling depressed or anxious, worried, feeling a little bit unsettled. And in conjunction with the barrel card, you know, this feeling of lack, this feeling of like, maybe you feel like you don't have anything going for yourself, or maybe you've just been really struggling internally to get yourself out of a really difficult place. And with the wall card, this is kind of making me think of like you needing to climb over the wall to get to the other side, you needing to get over some sort of hurdle. And with your commitment is being tested, this feels like this is a commitment to bettering yourself that has been tested or is being tested in the month of May. This feels like an energy of like, are you finally going to allow yourself to move past this feeling of lack, this feeling of not having what you want, or not having enough of what you want, or feeling unsatisfied. This is kind of making me think of like the Five of Cups or the Five of Pentacles. This overall feeling of like just not feeling fulfilled in life, right? And what this is kind of telling me is like the month of May is about you getting yourself out of that energy, and possibly even with Release Your Guilt, releasing feelings of guilt for taking care of yourself or doing what you need to do to better yourself. There's kind of like a heavy emphasis here on really taking care of yourself internally and allowing yourself to zoom out your perspective and broaden your horizons and realize that there's more to life than what you currently have, or there's more that's out there for you that you can have. You just have to go and get it. With this misunderstanding card, it's making me think that maybe you feel like your circumstances are out of your control, when in reality, you are in complete control of your life. And maybe it's just recognizing that this month. And once again, your commitment is being tested. This is just making me think of like Spirit is like trying to see, are you really ready for this next chapter? Are you really ready for this next phase with the World card? Are you really ready to become the best version of yourself? Or are you going to continue to sit in a place of lack and a place of disappointment? Because I do feel like there's work that needs to be done on your end, and it's all kind of like internal. It feels like a mindset shift, you know? You once again needing to broaden your horizons and also like not feel guilty for doing that. And like I said, I was kind of getting the message of like possibly needing to travel, or you were going to travel in the month of May, which could also aid in this. And maybe you realize, you know, through your travels that maybe you want to move somewhere new or do something new, try something new, and there's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't feel guilty for wanting to do things differently or expand your horizons, especially if you are in a community or like your family, like if it's something that maybe they wouldn't necessarily support for one reason or another, like you shouldn't feel guilty for wanting to better yourself or do something different or move somewhere new. You know, if it's going to help you become a better version of yourself, then that's what you need to do. Okay? That's kind of like the overall feeling for the month of May. It's you kind of recognizing that and you kind of accepting that and realizing like you have complete control over the trajectory of your life. Like you can get yourself to a better place. And once again, this feels like a mindset shift. Okay. So I want to go ahead and get into your predictions for love. And let's see what's happening in love for you. Okay, Spirit, for pile number 3, please. Pile number 3. What is pile 3's love predictions for the month of May 2024, please? What is pile 3's love predictions for the month of May? So we have the 2 of Swords. And let me grab one more card. Whoops. For pile 3, please, Spirit, what is pile 3's love predictions for May 2024? We have Magician and the Mirror. Okay. So the month of May for you in regards to love, pile 3, is about you making a choice about what you want. The 2 of Swords represents, indecision or a choice that needs to be made. And Magician in the Mirror represents manifestation, our ability to manifest here. So I feel like in the month of May, you're going to be, when it comes to love, you're going to need to make a decision about what you want to bring in, the kind of person that you want to manifest, the kind of person that you want to bring into your life. Or it could even be a specific person for some of you. But the overall vibe here is like you making a choice about what you want to have in your life, the kind of relationship that you want to have in your life, what you want to attract. You have to make that decision this month. Or I'm not going to say you have to make it, like you have free will. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. But the energy here is like you have the ability to make that choice this month so that you can manifest in your desired partner, your desired relationship. But it's like you have to get clear on what you want, is what Spirit is saying, because maybe some of you have been kind of like flip-floppy about what you want, or even a specific person, you've kind of been going back and forth. Or maybe some of you just haven't really taken the time to think about what you truly want and the kind of person that you truly want to bring into your life. So this month could be you focusing more on figuring that out, figuring out who you want, the kind of person you want, the kind of relationship that you want. That way you can manifest this in. I feel like for you, pile 3, that your month of May has a lot to do with like your inner power, and you figuring out what you want and figuring out how to get yourself out of a place of hardship within yourself. And that's like no different for your love life. Like you have to kind of figure out what you want so that you can align with it, so that you can bring it in. And I feel like that's kind of what you're being encouraged to do, because once again, you have free will. So you don't have to do that. It's just highly recommended that you take the time to figure out what you want to manifest, what you want to bring into your life in regards to love. So moving on to your career/professional life predictions. Spirit, for pile number 3. What is pile number 3's career/professional life predictions for May 2024, please? Okay, so we have the High Priestess. And let me grab one oracle card. What is pile 3's career/professional life predictions for May 2024, please, Spirit? And we have contract. Okay. So what's so interesting, pile 3, is that we have on the 2 of Swords and this contract card, we have like 2 imagery here of like the blindfold, you not being able to see things clearly. And the High Priestess does kind of represent that as well, because the High Priestess is about our intuition. So, first of all, with contract here, this can represent you possibly signing some sort of a contract. Like this could be you getting a new job and you signing that contract. Or something else related to you signing a contract within your professional life. It could also be school with the books here, you signing up for school or applying for school. Yeah, so what I'm getting is that this month of May, you may be choosing to apply for different jobs, or like I said, applying for schools. And there's kind of like this blind faith coming through, quite literally, because like I said, the High Priestess, this is about things not being very clear. This is about you needing to trust your intuition, trust where you're being guided. And once again, like the imagery of the blindfold here, I feel like in regards to your career and your professional life this month, you may be applying for jobs, like I said, or applying for schools, or choosing to go in a specific direction that is a little bit uncertain, like things aren't very clear for you, but you're just trusting and you're having faith that wherever you're being led is best for you, and it's in your highest and greatest good. And you know what? This could even look like you kind of signing a contract, or you taking a job that maybe you don't really necessarily know, all of the skills that they require, or like maybe there's a lack of knowledge, of like practical knowledge on your end, but you're kind of just trusting and you're kind of just going with it is kind of what it feels like this month. But yeah, it feels like this month in regards to your career and your professional life, you're kind of just going where the wind takes you, and you're just trusting in that. And like I said, you could be starting something new here that maybe you feel like you're not necessarily well equipped for, or maybe something that you feel like you don't necessarily qualify for, but you're going to figure it out along the way. Because with the scales being here, it's telling me that whatever this is actually in alignment with you. This is something that's really well balanced for you, but it is going to require you to kind of trust. And for some of you, this could even just be encouragement from spirit to, if you're on the lookout for a new job, for instance, to apply for the jobs that you think you're unqualified for. Apply for the things that you think you wouldn't get because you might just be surprised. You might just be surprised. So really trusting your intuition is really, really important for you this month, because I think that you're not going to get a whole lot of, guidance in the 3D as it relates to your career and your professional life. You're really just kind of relying on what feels right. And like, even if it doesn't necessarily make sense, by you just following that intuitive nudge is actually going to put you on a really good path here. But yeah, with contract, you could definitely be starting something new, signing some kind of contract, or applying for things. There's heavy emphasis with paperwork here with the contract card, or like legal stuff. Okay, so let's get into your predictions for self, pile 3. Your predictions for self for pile 3, please, Spirit. What is pile 3's predictions for the self for May 2024? So we have the 3 of Swords, and the candle just went out, which is perfectly fine. I think that's kind of like symbolic of how a lot of you have been feeling. The candle going out as soon as I'm starting to talk about the self, and this 3 of Swords coming out, a lot of you may have been feeling like your light has been dimmed. Going back to the Vulture card and the Barrel card, there is this sense of like you needing to, or being encouraged to try and overcome this energy here within you by broadening your horizons and realizing that there's more out there for you. It's not like you're stuck here forever. Anyways. Let's see. For pile 3, please, Spirit, what is pile 3's predictions for self for May 2024? And we have Healer of the Ages, beautiful energy. Kind of similar to pile 1. So yeah, the month of May for you in regards to self is healing. You're healing this month. And we have the Temple Path at the bottom of the deck, which is about our spiritual journey, our enlightenment. Okay. So this month of May, in regards to self, you are going to be healing a lot of wounds that are within you. A lot of these wounds that have left you feeling lackluster, that have been making you feel possibly depressed, anxious, worried. Yeah, and it's like with this misunderstanding, I'm getting the message that some of you just think like this is it. Like you think that this is just where life has led you and like that's how it's going to be forever. And Spirit is saying it's not. This is not at all where you're meant to be or where you're going to be for the rest of your life. And in regards to self, you are receiving divine healing energy, because this Healer of the Ages card is about divine healing energy directly from source, from your spirit team, from your guides, from your angels. And whenever I see this card, I always feel like this is your spirit team really encouraging you to lean on them through this healing journey, this healing cycle. And I do feel like there's going to be at least like a specific wound, and it could have something to do with love for some of you. But it doesn't have to be. It's just this feeling of like whatever has been hurting you this month, you are being encouraged to look at that and work through that, because this wound or this hurt, this pain is kind of keeping you stuck in a place of lack and a place of hardship within yourself. And for some of you, like I said, with the World card, there's this need for you to kind of expand your horizons, maybe travel, try new things, do different things, meet new people. And it's like maybe you feel guilty for wanting to, for example, move away from your loved ones, or, you know, doing things differently than the people around you. Maybe there's just like a feeling of guilt associated with that. And I just feel this message that you need to hear, Pile 3, that you need to do what you need to do for yourself. And you shouldn't feel guilty about that. You shouldn't feel guilty for, you know, making the changes that are necessary for you to better yourself. And that might look a little bit different for all of you. Like not all of you necessarily need to move or something like that. But I feel like there are changes that need to take place within you and within your circumstances to help heal these wounds that you have, and to help you get out of this energy of depression and just overall hardship. So yeah, within the self this month, you are going to be healing. You're going to be looking at wounds within yourself, and you're going to be purging. You're going to be healing so that you can move forward. Pile 3. So I want to go ahead and get one last card. This is going to be advice from Spirit for this month. So for pile number 3, please, Spirit. Pile number 3. What is pile 3's advice for their month of May 2024, please? What is pile 3's advice for the month of May? And you guys have kindness. I love and respect my body. I take this time to honor it. Okay. I'm kind of seeing this as like you being connected with your higher self, you forming a really deep bond with your higher self, even with the High Priestess, because once again, you know, that's a card of your intuition. I think you're going to be really connected to your higher self this month, and really allowing yourself to be guided by your intuition and by your higher self. But yes, treating yourself with kindness, treating your body with love and respect, and honoring this vessel that you have in this lifetime is your advice from Spirit for this month. Really taking care of yourself, nourishing yourself, you know, exercising, eating right, practicing self-care, and even just the way that you talk to yourself, being kinder to yourself in that way, and the way that you speak to yourself is also really, really important moving forward. Because if you're someone that really struggles with being kind to yourself, if you're someone that is like constantly belittling yourself, that's also something that we kind of have to take a look at. That also might be a wound associated with that needs to be healed this month. But I do see that, you know, there's a big emphasis here on like leaning on your higher self and being connected with your higher self, and just being connected with yourself and learning to love yourself and honor yourself this month, that I think will really help you get out of this energy over here with the vulture and the barrel. And once again, that message coming through of like with the clover, like you shouldn't feel guilty about taking care of yourself and doing what you need to do for you. Pile 3. You should never feel guilty for taking care of yourself, for loving yourself. Yeah, that's kind of the advice that's coming through. Just continue to learn to love yourself and be patient with yourself as well, because it's a process. Like, you're not going to get it right on the first day. This is like a constant learning process that we all go through, of learning how to love ourselves and to be kinder to ourselves. And I think Spirit is just encouraging you to, you know, take those first steps if you haven't, or if you have started, you know, trying to be kinder to yourself, continue to do that. Because your commitment's being tested. Your commitment to yourself, to loving yourself, to bettering yourself is being tested at this moment. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say or to add to that other than just, you know, continue to love yourself, pile 3. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. I want to once again thank you so much for being here with me today, for clicking on this video and watching it to the end. I really hope that this reading was helpful for you and that it resonated with you. If it did, please be sure to drop a like on the video. It's the easiest way to support me and the channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in the future, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!